A new Star Wars theory makes a strong case for why Samuel L. Jackson will return as Mace Windu in Rise of Skywalker. Oh, and this comes from Esquire, so they have a little bit of normal credibility. I guess credibility, is that the word we're going for? Well, it's not a Mendelsohn article. But Dom Nero, I've read a few of his too. He's used some language describing fans of things before. I know I've read his articles before. This really makes me think that all of the information I'm hearing from the internet, from YouTube, is that they're using the internet as a focus group to see what sticks. Like, they've shot 9 endings. They have no idea what they're doing with this character, or multiple endings, I should say, or with the entire franchise, or not even this character. But they have no idea what they're doing. So they're throwing all these characters in. They're bringing back as many people as they can to see what sticks. And they're using us to test the waters. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy. Yeah, I saw episode 1 in the theater, and, well, also I've seen, Return of the Jedi in the theater. Yes, I'm not old, but the original run. Don't get me wrong, I like Mace Windu a lot. I love Samuel L. Jackson and a lot of things. He's really, really great. I don't know if I want to see Mace Windu come back. Like, really? You're gonna... This just really makes me think that they're going to use us to see what sticks, to see what they're going, where they're going. Like, it's a choose your own adventure sort of movie franchise. You don't know what people are going to say, so they're leaking all of these things. They're placing out calculated leaks, rumors, theories, things like that, just so they see the reaction. And that's what I keep hearing, and stuff like this makes me think it might be true. Between the Anakin Skywalker sort of theory that he's going to be a Force ghost in the movie or come back as Darth Vader, because Hayden Christensen has been on the press tours. So much to the fact that Disney canceled panels at conventions with Hayden Christensen and Ian McDiarmid because they might give spoilers. At least that was the theory. Oh yeah, they're seen together, so they might have, they might release some spoiler. This really makes me think they have no idea what they're doing with this franchise. And bringing in all these little characters as, hey, remember Mace Windu? You like Mace Windu, right? Hey, remember Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan? Well, we're going to give him a series now because you like Obi-Wan, right? Remember him? And that's what this really feels like. They're just trying to milk our nostalgia. They're trying to milk our wallets based on our nostalgia, for sure. All right, what does this article have to say? Okay, say what you will about the prequel trilogy. It's long, it's self-indulgent, it's a baroque mess of green screen madness and confusing political mumbo-jumbo. But for all its faults, George Lucas actually gave us some incredibly cool new characters for the Star Wars canon. And we're not talking about Watto. No, we're talking about Sebulba. He's the best one ever. At least that's what they thought. I remember episode 1. I remember the marketing. They had no idea what they were doing then. That's why you have Watto and Sebulba and all these crap characters on everything. And Jar Jar Binks. People don't really like Jar Jar. You have 1 or 2 people who like him, but no, it's one of those things. They don't know what they were doing. They didn't know. They didn't actually know, even in episode 1, what was going to connect with people. So they're like, okay, well, kids like Muppets, kids like this, so we'll throw in all these characters. But they're all CG. They weren't good characters. They weren't Yoda level characters. And the Yoda we got was weird. And we've been getting weird Yoda ever since. And yeah, it's cool seeing him fight Christopher Lee. That I liked. I liked seeing Yoda a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of cool. But the CG really throws me. Because Star Wars was this thing with puppets and practical effects, and it was this epic adventure. Now they're just trying to get every dollar out of us they can with this nostalgia marketing. And I fully believe that this is just one of those test articles now to kind of see what the fans say. Because they don't know. I keep hearing these rumors. I keep hearing everywhere, all over the internet, of, oh, well, this is going to happen in the trilogy. This is going to happen. And I am really believing now that they're just using us as focus groups, as research. Free market research. Warning, we're about to go deep into Star Wars lore. Like, extremely deep. Only readers with midichlorian counts over 20,000 dare go further. Yeah, see, there's people like me who didn't really care about the midichlorian sort of, well, retcon. I felt it was a retcon because the Force was like a thing. It was like beings, and then they come in and like, oh yeah, it's midichlorians, and that was my first kind of like, ooh, this is different. This is not the same. And that was episode 1. And I know there's a lot of love for the prequels out there. I get it. I really get it. They're not that bad. They're really not that bad. Hell, even the Disney Star Wars isn't as bad as Star Trek Discovery, in my opinion. But, well, they don't know what they're doing with this franchise. And I don't think they have for a very, very, very long time. But it's especially apparent and transparent to me that they don't know now. They really don't know now. Mace Windu, one of the franchise's only legitimate, virtuous, strong, black-leg characters. Oh, we don't care what the color of his skin was. Do you really have to? We know Samuel L. Jackson isn't white. We get it. You don't have to beat us over the head with it. We can see what he looks like. Can we just celebrate him for being an awesome actor? Can we do that? Can we celebrate him for being a bad mother? Right? Can we celebrate him for being one of the people that we just like? We don't care what color he is. He's one of those cool actors. He's fun. He plays fun characters in movies. Mace Windu was a badass. Yes, until The Force Awakens came along, inspired a ton of excitement and pandemonium when he first ignited his purple lightsaber in Attack of the Clones. The badass Jedi Master was crucial to the timeline of Anakin Skywalker, the moody so-called Chosen One. So-called Chosen One. So are we getting a little retcon of this balance to the Force stuff? Are we getting some explanation finally, 20 years later? Because there's a lot of open-ended stuff in the prequels, too, that, haven't really, that we've kind of forgotten about, I think. Because Disney Star Wars has been so bad. It's been bad lately. It's not been good, in my opinion. Who would soon turn to the dark side only to save the Republic several decades later in Return of the Jedi. Windu, who sat beside Yoda at the head of the Jedi Council, never quite got along with Skywalker, but it was Windu himself who actually tried to slay Darth Sidious and stop the Dark Lord from corrupting Anakin's brain once and for all. Which was why he was cool. Fans of the franchise, that's not really deep lore. That's just watching the movies. That's just watching the prequels. Not super deep lore there. Windu has all but defeated Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith. The aging politician, secret baddie, had his back against the shattered window, begging Windu not to kill him. Anakin bursts into the chamber and Palpatine forces him to make a choice. Allow Windu to cut him down or save Sidious, as the Dark Lord says, has the power to save the one Anakin loves. See, and that's all. That was all a lot of, that really, that didn't fly with me. I'm like, that's it. That's the reason why Vader's a bad guy, right? That's the thing. That's the thing. Okay, it didn't really click so much with me there, that whole, because it was all for naught anyway. And once it was all for naught, you think he would have been like, oh, you lied to me, you're an idiot, and then we wouldn't have had Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So a little bit of a weak plot there, from my opinion. But I digress. It's one of the franchise's strongest narrative beats. Anakin, of course, chooses to bow before the dark side, chopping off Windu's arm, which allows Palpatine to send a furious wave of lightning at Windu, electrocuting him off the windowsill and out into the skies of Coruscant, falling to his death, or so we think. Well, he's a Jedi, isn't he? He could have used the Force to hang off the side of something, right? Like theories about Boba Fett or Darth Maul, which actually ended up coming true. Star Wars fans has long believed Windu is still alive, despite having an altercation that seemed fatal. Right, so here's the thing. This seems to be one of those test the water sort of things. If they can get him back for a reshoot, we might see some footage of Samuel L. Jackson in there. I'm not going to be surprised at this point. They don't know what they're doing. If he comes back, it'll be because he's a fan favorite and he's Samuel L. Jackson, and nobody disliked Mace Windu, I don't think. Did you guys like him? Would you want to see him back? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. God, I'm not looking forward to this. We're how many months? We're about 3 months away. We're less than 100 days away from a Star Wars movie. I should be counting down the days, waiting to buy tickets, and I'm not. And that's a huge problem. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all the things. I will see you guys later. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!